Hey everyone, Scotty Connell, West Ham Fan TV. The international break is over, so it's the return of the big match preview. We take on Aston Villa up at Villa Park, 8 PM kickoff on the Monday night. Looking for our third league win on the spin. Back-to-back away wins as well we're looking for, and back-to-back league clean sheets, which, going into this game, we've got to be confident at getting. We can't be too cocky going into this. We have come unstuck before, but we've had a decent start to the season, barring the City result. The performance wasn't great against Brighton away from home, as we know, but since then we've kicked off, we've improved. The last game against Norwich, I thought, we totally controlled and dominated the game. And, as I said, we've got to go into this one confident. Our form's looking good. We're playing some good football. We're knocking the ball around. We can pick teams apart, which is good for us because we struggled to do that last season. But I think we've shown in the last couple of games we're now capable of picking teams, making holes in their defence and exploiting that. So I said, we're very, very confident going this, but can't be too cocky. Villa, not had the best start to the season. 1 win so far in the Premier League. They did also win their League Cup game, so they've got 2 wins so far the start of the season. It's tough for newly promoted sides. But the one thing for me that newly promoted sides need to do is win their home games. And Villa have got their only league win so far this season was at home. Their record at home isn't bad either. Against us, they've only lost 2 of their last 18 home games against West Ham, and they've won 7 of their last 9 at home. So as I said, we've got to be confident, but this isn't going to be easy. Villa are going to be well up for this one. The fans are going to be up for it. It's the clash of the claret and blue. Memory serves me correct. The whole reason why we wear claret and blue is due to a bet, either the chairman or the kitman, of a West Ham Villa game. So, it's a big rivalry. It's a decent... it's going to be a decent game. I expect Villa to come out all guns blazing, looking to try and pick holes in our defence. They do like to play with a through ball. Something we've struggled to defend against. We showed we can defend against it. Against Norwich, but Villa have got some tidy players. Jack Grealish, very, very exciting player. I know Villa fans, from what I can see, rate him very, very highly. He looks a little bit inconsistent, but he can cause teams problems. They've got a few other decent players as well. Mings at the back is another very, very good young player as well. He's had a fantastic start to the season. But for me, I'm just really, really confident going into this. The main man for us at the moment, and he's not getting all the headlines, is Lanzini. I think only De Bruyne has created more chances than him in the Premier League so far this season. And, that just shows the start of the season that he has had and that we have had as well. We've got some exciting players now going forward. And I just think we're just going to be too much for Villa. Hopefully that don't come back and bite me on the arse, But as I said, no disrespect to Villa. They've got some decent players. But this is a game I can see us going on to win. Injury-wise, as I said, the boys all come back from the international break, seem to be okay. We've got no Antonio, obviously, with that hamstring injury, and obviously Winston Reid still missing. Villa have got a couple of players, a little bit doubts of injuries, but the one player that will be missing is Trezeguet, who's suspended for this fixture. So, it's going to be an interesting game, very, very interesting game. I fully expect Villa to line up a 4-3-3 formation. So how we counter that will be interesting to go and see. Be good for Masuaku as well. He's had a decent start to the season. I was looking through some websites doing a bit of research for this game, and Masuaku's is probably ratings-wise on one website anyway as one of the best rated players, average rated players in the Premier League so far this season. I know we're only 4 games in, but for Masuaku, and for us, that's a big thing. He's had his critics. I think he's improved massively so far this season. And it looks like he's getting an understanding with Anderson on that left-hand side, which will only benefit us more. One thing that I just want to say about Declan Rice, right? There's been a lot of pundits sort of having a little dig at him of late, which I don't quite understand. We've seen on Twitter with the Man U guy saying, he's overrated, things like that. For me, we watch Rice week in, week out, so we're going to rave about him and we can see how good and how much of a talent he is. the pundits coming out and saying, I think there was one today, I can't remember it was, or yesterday in his predictions of the season, this week's fixtures, sorry, saying, you know, he's clumsy and Wilshere and Noble will soon be the midfield pairing for West Ham. One, do you actually watch West Ham when you're sitting there writing down your predictions and commenting on our players? Because obviously you don't, because there's nothing that Wilshere has shown in the games he's played that he would warrant taking Declan Rice's place. You know, Declan Rice is a young 20-year-old centre-back playing holding midfield. You know, yeah, we're going to rave about him. As I said, I can't comment on other young, talented holding midfielders. But for me, in that position, he's the best England have got. And, you know, by far the best that we've got. But he's a centre-back. He's young. He's going to make mistakes. These pundits that are slagging him off are the same people who let players like Hudson-Odoi make a mistake in a game and go, oh, no, he's young. That's why he didn't track his runner in his debut for England, which cost England a goal. He's young. He'll learn. He's an attacking player. Rice misplayed 2 or 3 passes. You know, people criticising he only made 3 tackles against Bulgaria, a game which England dominated. England controlled a lot of possession. I'm not expecting Rice to make a lot of tackles, but the thing that he does is when he makes the tackles, they're normally key, important challenges. You know, someone can probably put a video up and say, oh no, you're talking nonsense. But as I said, we see Rice week in, week out. The guy's a talent. He's a centre-back playing holding midfield. He's young. He's getting better and better. He's only going to learn. He's getting better players around him now to learn from. I just think, you know, the pundits especially, give the kid a break. You know, get behind the English talent for a change instead of slagging them off. But hey, sorry about that. I don't normally get to chat about that sort of thing because it's all been covered in the past. So this is my only opportunity to sit there and tell you my thoughts on it. I know Dan's been tweeting about Declan Rice, same as Nikki and Ryan have had a chat about it on one of the live shows. Go back out, check out all the other videos, you know, listen to what the boys have got to say. In the comments, let me know whether you agree with me with Rice, whether the pundits are overcritical, whether you think I'm talking nonsense. There will be some of you who think I do, but it's my opinion. You guys are entitled to your opinion. You know, that's the thing we love about football. It's all about opinions. Everyone's got a different ones. But let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to this game against Villa. I think we're going to get the 3 points on this one. Thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.